I'm Christopher Zweig, and today on CJ at the Movies, I dish on Kenneth Branagh's take on Death on the Nile, Steven Soderbergh's latest thriller, Kimi, and two rom-coms, Marry Me with Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson, and I Want You Back with Charlie Day and Jenny Slate. Let's take a look. Kenneth Branagh's Death on the Nile is, I am very happy to say, better than his version of Murder on the Orient Express. He reprises his role as a detective Hercule Poirot who is in Egypt on holiday, or is he on holiday, or is it a work trip?
You must meet Hercule Poirot.
My congratulations, madame.
Merci.
He's only the greatest detective alive.
I suspect you invited me for reasons other than the fun.
You had something to hide.
We have the Karnak all to ourselves, a chef and enough champagne to fill the Nile.
Should have hidden it, shouldn't you?
When you have money, no one is ever really your friend.
That's Gal Gadot as a wealthy heiress who may or may not be stalked by Emma McKay as the woman whom she took her fiancé from, and the all-star cast also includes Armie Hammer, Annette Bening, Letitia Wright, and Sophie Okonedo. They're the latest suspects in the latest murder, which takes place on the Nile. Death on the Nile, hence the name.
The murder was methodically planned.
Find who did this.
Can I not trust you?
What do you want me to say?
Someone else is dead.
You lie in my face! Lock the doors!
The murderer is here. And will stay here.
Some of the suspect interviews in Death on the Nile aren't as interesting or compelling as the ones Rian Johnson presented in Knives Out, but Death on the Nile has an excellent visual appeal of the monuments and of the characters who are all portrayed with style and charisma. The better movie made by Kenneth Branagh out in theaters now is Belfast, which is profoundly excellent in every way, but this one is another piece of evidence that he's picking up the pace as a filmmaker, and in front of the camera he continues to entertain us with how well he portrays Hercule Poirot, so don't miss the boat. Next up is Steven Soderbergh's Kimi, which is a much better film about agoraphobia than The Woman in the Window. This time Zoe Kravitz plays a tech girl who works for the company that makes the virtual assistant Kimi. She hears a recording of a woman being raped and must step outside her comfort zone to get to the bottom of this.
I think a woman might need help. How do I find out who she is?
You need the device number and the admin code.
Will you make me one?
This is the last favor, Katniss.
Close your files, come to my office. We'll listen to the recordings together. Miss Childs, I have to know what we're dealing with.
We're dealing with what sounds like a premeditated murder.
How do I know that?
Because I just told you. Twice now.
And that's Rita Wilson as her supervisor. We sometimes cringe at the agoraphobic's decisions earlier in the film. I have respect for anyone with any kind of phobia, bear in mind, but for the most part, Soderbergh and writer David Keith give the setup the kind of nerve that The Woman in the Window didn't even try to offer. Zoe Kravitz is perfectly cast with an Aubrey Plaza attitude and a blue-dyed hairstyle like Léa Seydoux in Blue is the Warmest Color, and she also has the nerve to rise to the occasion. It's smart and riveting, so check it out. Our next movie is Marry Me, which stars Jennifer Lopez as music sensation Kat Valdez, who is set to marry Maluma as Grammy winner Bastien during a concert show. Unfortunately for her, he cheats on her with her assistant and says yes to a random stranger holding a Marry Me sign during the show. He's played by Owen Wilson.
Why not? Yes. I'll marry you. You.
Go! Go! Go!
Do you, some guy, take Kat to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Okay.
This last-minute surprise goes viral and Val decides to stay married to Wilson for a while. As a single dad and math teacher, he doesn't know much about her or social media, but outside the press tours and paparazzi, as you can expect in rom-coms, these two manage to connect.
I don't know, hanging with you guys today, I don't know, it made me feel kinda normal.
Come with me to the fall semi-formal.
Are you asking me to the school dance?
Well, I could leave a note in your locker.
Marry Me made me think about Roman Holiday and Notting Hill, which were both about famous women having romances with random people, but this film doesn't compare with them. Lopez and Wilson both have a likable connection, but it didn't make me laugh, and it didn't interest me. It seemed too consumed by all the social media and publicity for me to stay focused on their relationship. It's more of the same with elements done better or worse in many other rom-coms, so I object to this marriage. And our last movie is I Want You Back, which is a much better rom-com than Marry Me. In fact, it's Charlie Day's best comedy in a really long time. In it, he and Jenny Slate play two strangers who meet after they've both been dumped by their spouses. Day got dumped by Gina Rodriguez, and Slate got dumped by Scott Eastwood, so they decide to ruin their new relationships.
He was the love of my life.
Anne is the love of mine.
But I'm not so sure that they're gonna realize it, not with these shiny new people around.
So what are we supposed to do?
I have to break them up.
That's crazy. We can't do that. How would we do that?
I Want You Back cuts back on the rom-com cliches and gives us two individuals who deal with their tragedies in their own sincere ways. It has some good laughs, but mostly warmth and chemistry. Day and Slate both deliver on different levels, and they have their moments of truth, challenges, and choices. This is the rom-com to watch online this weekend, on Amazon Prime to be exact, so see for yourselves. To recap on this week's movies, thumbs up for Kenneth Branagh's Death on the Nile, thumbs up for Steven Soderbergh's Kimi, thumbs down for Marry Me, and thumbs up for I Want You Back. Well, those are the movies I'm reviewing this week. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies. For more amazing content, please like and subscribe to my channels, and you can also read my reviews at cjatthemovies.com and listen to my podcast reviews at newhdradio.com.